The Isle Afterparty is sponsored by David Mellor Family Jewellers. We are Hampshire's trusted family jeweller for nearly 50 years. From engagement rings and wedding bands to cufflinks, bridesmaids gifts and engraving. We have everything you need to celebrate your special day in style. Discover our offering in-store or online and let David Mellor Family Jewellers add a little extra sparkle to your love story.
Welcome to episode 12. Are you okay?
I was getting comfy, mate. It's a good one. It's a good episode.
Welcome to episode 12.
I'm
This
excited.
is the final episode of season 1. And it's all to do with wedding music. So, you know, DJ versus band and why your dance floor died at 9:17 p.m. So, be honest, have you ever left a wedding early because the music was shit?
No.
Hopefully it wasn't one that Dean was
cheers
DJing.
for that.
Or one that you were working at.
I'm not a complex because all photographers leave at 7:30, so Jesus.
So,
Maybe it's me.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
I
make-believe.
think I have. Yeah, I think sometimes I've been to, as a guest obviously, not as a photographer, but yeah, I've been to weddings where the music was crap and I've just thought, I like a dance when I've had a drink, right? And if I'm not on the dance floor, there's something wrong. Because I dance to most things.
The problem is though, weddings are like Christmas parties. You have loads of different people of all different genres and who like different things.
People of different genres.
Yeah, so you turn up who likes Indian rock and that stuff, and then Amber's there who's vibing to R&B, and you got Harry who's like a funky house head. So you're trying to please like every
You're more
single.
classical.
Yeah, I like my orchestras.
You like some
Of
Mozart.
course, but you're trying to please every person at the event.
Yeah.
So it is very difficult. So people think it's easy to DJ
I was
at
imagining
weddings.
you like heavy metal.
Me?
Yeah.
You joking?
I'm joking.
Thank God for that.
Just because he's got a nose ring.
It's a rocker.
Could you imagine?
Or what about just...
I think it's more the vibe. I don't think it's like if people are dancing, you can really dance to quite a lot of music, I think. But if no one's dancing...
Just on that note, I'm Dean John, professional DJ, event.
We
and
know.
manager, just in case.
Yeah, good point. I'm Adam,
There we
Nightfell
go.
Photography.
Harry, I do flicks, wedding videography.
Amber Butler photography.
I do music when I take my couples out.
Yeah, oh yeah.
As in, like,
Is it
that's
mobile-
probably
mobile
why I would
device?
leave a wedding early, though, is if there wasn't people dancing. I don't know if it's as much as
Yeah,
just
but-
playing.
I feel like, yeah, it's a bit of a knock-on effect, isn't it? Because if there's no one dancing, then you don't want to be the first person to get on the dance floor.
But I do also think that you're not, when you go to a wedding, you're not going to a gig, are you? So you're not going there for the music. You're going there for the couple. You're going there to have a drink. You're going there to socialise
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff. So if you're leaving because the music is shit, then that just makes you a bit of a prick, really.
I've been to weddings
Yeah.
where I've danced, but I didn't like the music. But I've danced because it's like an etiquette, I suppose. It's not. I'm not going to I love R&B. I'm not going to an R&B club, and I know what I'm going to get if I go there. To a wedding, I might get your music. I might get her music. So I just have to go through it. Some people are like, "Oh my god, I hate that. I'm going to go and have a vape at this point." And it's like,
Yeah.
well, sorry about that, but the other 38 people have requested that, and the bride and groom said you must play these 7 songs, and I keep going back to it. As a wedding DJ, you are the only person that is literally, as a supplier, pretty much told what you need to do at all times,
Yeah.
and stopped, and started, and stopped.
I don't know, but even the bride and groom aren't going to like every song, are they? I mean, the amount of times you've seen them do their first dance and then fuck off to the bar.
It's a 6 o'clock wedding, yeah.
Yeah,
Classic.
so you can't please everyone, can you?
No.
But is there a song like that clears, that off the top of your head, can you think of a song that comes on after the first dance that clears the dance floor instantly?
Macarena.
You reckon?
Yeah, because people either are going to do the dance or they're fucking not. And if that song's on, then you're expected to do that dance.
Yeah.
I've had things like Jabel was the first song without a sax player is the song after, because a couple love funky house.
Jabel?
I love that song.
Jubel.
Jabel, yeah.
Jubel.
How does it go?
Jubel.
Jubel.
Yeah, it's the one that
So
it's like the
say
most
me,
iconic
Yeah.
sound. Yeah.
But I've had it
That's
without
okay.
a sax player, but everyone over the age of like 55 has basically just cleared the dance floor. And if there's
Yeah.
only 60 people at your wedding and 40 people are older than that, they don't like it.
I think
Whereas
without
if you play like Stevie Wonder Superstition, you'll probably get everybody because it's like a generic.
winner.
Yeah.
Or Mr. Brightside. I think that's a good one.
Do
To
you
get everyone-
remember?
Do you reckon?
But
I feel like that's a bit later.
people hate that. People are like, don't play Mr. Brightside, or don't play Taylor Swift, or don't play ABBA. It's like, so for
Yeah.
you, it's like Mr.
Don't
Brightside's
play
a
ABBA.
massive thing.
No, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I've listened to it a lot. I'm kind of like, I've listened to it a lot in the last 25 years. So I'm not
play
like,
it
if
every
it comes
night.
on, I'm not like really excited. But then I think once you've had a few drinks,
Yeah.
and it's a good vibe. Everyone's like, on the dance floor. It's a good last song, isn't it?
It's a good song late in the evening.
Yeah, maybe not like the first one, but yeah. So what would you say that if you could, off the top of your head, if the dance floor was looking a bit flat and you had to play one song to get everyone on the dance floor, what's the first one that comes to mind?
The adrenaline shot.
One that resurrects the dance floor.
Probably Show Me Love.
Really?
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
Never been a fan.
Yeah,
Okay.
bit of 90s house works with all age groups because the older people like it, the younger people obviously vibe off it.
And at the very least, the old people have heard of it.
Yeah, it's not too like
Yeah, it's not
house.
alien. It's
Yeah,
not
there's
alien,
lyrics in it. It's
Yeah.
still quite catchy.
Interesting.
What about Billie Jean?
Some people are like, oh my
I
god,
think-
don't do it. But it's like you just can't win.
Can't resist Billie Jean. Okay. So today we're talking like mainly about DJs versus a band. And yes, Dean's feelings might get hurt. So why music is different? Sorry, why music is the difference between the best wedding ever and we left at 9 o'clock? Okay, because music is the entire mood controller, not just for the evening, but throughout the day. Like, the ceremony music, the wedding
Entrance.
breakfast. Yeah, that's what I mean. Entrance, wedding breakfast. It's all throughout the day. First dance is obviously going to be very, specific to the couple. But in the evening, like, it's very important, I would say.
Well, yeah, it's
Because it is the
it is the evening. Yeah,
that's what I mean. So during the drink reception, it doesn't matter if the background music's a little bit shit,
Yeah.
because no one's going to be like, oh yeah.
You could literally press play on a Spotify
Yeah.
playlist, and that'll suffice.
Exactly. But the
Whereas
evening,
the evening, you need a bit of,
and
pizzazz.
because no one, not being funny, but no one remembers the chair covers, but they remember if they danced and had a
Yeah.
good party, right?
You're right. Totally right.
And as much as chair covers are important, in case you're a chair cover supplier, they are.
I don't think chair covers are important. Just saying that.
There we are.
I think they were in the 90s.
Yeah. Okay.
Continue as you were.
But anyway, that's another topic. But
Next
yeah.
episode, chair covers.
Yeah. Yeah. So, give me. Come on, you're a DJ. Let's get an anecdote from you in terms of. Just give something. Juicy.
What's your favourite entrance song? I know what mine is.
Yeah, Free From Desire. Yours
Yeah.
is. Of course it is.
no.
Yeah, it works. It works.
It
It
gets
does work.
everyone going
It
every
works.
time.
It just ABBA, Gimme 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 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like the house version of that
Mhm.
is good because it's got the beat and it's
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
knows it. Doesn't matter who you are, you know that song.
Have you ever done something behind the decks and it was like a tough lesson to learn? Like, I don't know, like you played a song and you instantly regretted it, or like, you had like abuse from people because of it, or you must get some abuse every now and again, right?
The thing is, like, you are scripted by your couple. So
But
when I've done the call,
But you're also dealing with the people in their drunkest state, right?
Yeah.
We've had all day to not
Yeah.
only like get familiar with them whilst they're sensible and sober. You then show up, if you're not doing all day, you show up in the evening, they're all pissed out of their minds and they're expecting like gold from you, right? And then so you must get some shit.
yeah, occasionally, like
So
very
not as much as you
no,
think.
not as much. No, because to be honest, most of your mix is a mix of all genres, so you will please someone at some point.
Yeah.
Unless the bride and groom or the couple have said don't play this genre, like 80s for instance, and then you've got a few older people kicking off because you're not playing 80s. It's like,
Yeah.
well, go and speak to them. They're the people that have booked me. It's not my decision.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm governed by the couple really. So if the couple
Are
said
you-
they don't want R&B, house, garage, drum and bass, that's it.
This is really
Yeah.
random, but just a question I'm interested in. Are you ever governed by the venue? Are there ever types of music that the venue won't allow you to, like, you know, like swearing and stuff like that? Like,
Not that for swearing, but more for sound limiter issues.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst. Like, the couple have said, I love R&B, I love drum and bass. And I'm thinking, brilliant. So you're at a venue that's got a sound limiter that's got to be shut off at 11 o'clock. That's going to be a great vibe. Because the food's getting served at 9:30 in the evening until 10:30, and your venue shuts at 11, but you've asked for the most loudest music where people are going to go for it, which is just, again, people just don't look into the venue. I had a couple recently that have contacted me. They were getting married at one venue, and now they've
not 2 venues, no?
No, they had 3 venues in mind. Yeah. What a prick.
No.
He's a prick, isn't he?
Oh no, he's
Sorry,
he's
carry on.
unbelievable.
I do prick.
Finish your story, Dean.
Yeah, go on. What was the rest of the story?
So they were like, "Oh, you did my sister's wedding, and it was an absolute vibe, and everyone was going for it. It was a proper party. We love that music." And I'm like, "Okay, but you've chose a venue that's got a sound limiter. That just won't happen, because the minute you start stamping your feet and you start going for it, it's going to shut the power off.
Yeah.
So no matter what the venue tell you, it is going to be a quieter vibe.
Yeah.
So again, it's another tick to the DJ. You know, you're governed by this, or the photographer, or announcing the photo booth, or the couple's music. Or so, as I said, I can always say it. As a DJ, you are the only supplier that is so governed by a wedding.
So have you ever seen? Do you see a correlation between like the budget of a wedding and how fun it is in terms of? So, like for example, you've got like a 50k wedding with an empty dance floor and a 5k wedding that turns into a full-blown rave. I mean, you know, that's just a random example, but do you see that?
I've seen it a few times. Yeah, to
more
me,
bougie weddings more fun, or the opposite?
No. It doesn't matter. It's the people at the end of the day.
I do hate to say this, but I think it is a lot alcohol related.
The
more drunk people get,
True. Yeah.
The more lively it does.
I won't dance sober.
No, exactly. I'm petrified of the thought of what I look like when I'm dancing, when I'm pissed. But you'll never see me do it sober. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is why I'm sort of, you know, I'm glad we leave early, because I know those people. The next day I'm gonna think, fuck.
Yeah.
That's gonna be.
And when they
that's going to be forever. That is.
Can't dance.
Because you filmed the dancing.
Yeah.
I've got photos of it, so there's no escape.
Exactly. Yeah.
Are you a photographer that dances when you shoot? I've seen a few of them that
really.
they dance because they're standing right in the middle of everyone going for it, and they're just like,
I feel like you kind of have to.
you're
Yeah,
like,
maybe a little
have
bit.
to.
You
You
give it a little.
You can't just stand there like a statue and be like that.
No.
whilst everyone's pumping around you.
But you're not-
You have to kind of feel the rhythm and stuff. And also, when I'm filming video,
Adam, if I play a song, can
I'm
you
like
go and show
tracking-
me, you and Amber, what you would do? Imagine that's your couple as the tripod. Can you like...
I'm not going to moonwalk. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm
Yeah,
not
you're
going
not
to
going to start raving with
You
your
would
camera.
if you could, though. You would if you could.
I might kind of go up and down a little bit, just to kind of. But yeah, you know.
You move.
Yeah,
I
but I'm
remember
not-
playing a little bit of R&B, and you were like,
but I'm not gonna
dirty
just-
grinding,
No,
like
no,
that. Yeah,
Amber's like doing
yes,
slap
you
drops.
were. Yeah, she was. She was grinding like that. Woohoo! Yeah, you were. Fuck off. Yes, you were. I remember it. I was thinking, oh, she likes this one.
Oh, God.
I think it was Usher. Yeah.
Oh, right, you're just making shit
Amber
up
does
now.
the two-handed
East
twerk
Thornton,
shot.
Okay.
upstairs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it was. I know the time and the place.
Yeah, sure.
I can imagine Adam doing a twerk shot, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past me. So, in terms of like band versus DJ, okay, you can't be biased, okay. Give us your
You've
honest.
asked me this in like episode 3, and I always said both.
Yeah, because
I've-
I've got a question on that.
I haven't asked the question.
You were going to say band or DJ?
No. That wasn't the question.
I'm so sorry. I jumped in. I apologise.
The question wasn't band versus DJ. The question was, so in terms of like the differences between the two. So you might see a band, they might be playing whatever, right? And you're like, wow, this is amazing. And then you've got a DJ where you might be like, why am I suddenly dancing to 5 random songs I didn't expect? Okay, because DJs can be a bit more random, and bands generally stick to like certain genre, right?
Yeah, they're brilliant. They just take every good song from every genre and sing it in 2 sets and then fuck off.
Yeah, but then another problem with
Classic.
bands.
Do you feel like when you're... Because if you work with bands, do you then have this feeling that you're just the filler? Like, because, you know, when they take their break or whatever, you're
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
Dean's going to just fill in for a minute
Yeah,
whilst
yeah.
they're kind of having
Yeah,
a...
sometimes, but then when they're packing up and the dance floor, you know, is packed and you're going through till midnight, then you're like...
Do you work simultaneously with them?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll speak to them beforehand to know what they're going to play, so they're going to kill me in, like, this music or
No, but would you ever maybe, like, you know, control sound for them? Or, I know most of them bring their own kind of, like, sound.
I've got bands that I work with that will plug me into them, so I don't need to set my speakers up and
nice.
stuff. And they're going to have a beer for the last hour while I DJ,
That's
and they're
decent.
unwind and stuff, yeah, which works really well.
Or another thing with bands is like, you know, here's a version of that song you love. I hope you like jazz. You know, then it's like they kind of like totally ruin a version of a particular
Yeah,
song
but-
because they put their own spin on it, which might not
But
be.
you'd like to think they get hired because of the way that they do things, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't just get a band that you'd, you know, seen like on Google and not actually listen to anything they've done.
No, but what I mean is it might not be everyone's cup of tea.
I've hosted a wedding where they've had Beatles, and it was a Beatles tribute band, and literally it was 3 sets of 40 minutes of Beatles songs.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't like Beatles,
Yeah.
you've had it.
Well, yeah.
And,
Exactly.
and once you've done 2 or 3 Beatles songs that are classics, it's like to listen to that 3 lots with a 15-minute gap in between each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's most of your night done.
Imagine they're like rocking one out to Yellow Submarine.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah. God. Or another thing with DJs is some DJs. I'm sure you won't do this, but you know, you might 1 minute play ABBA, and then you've got Drake, and then you've got
Yeah.
like Mr. Brightside, and you're like, you don't even know.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
I
like,
tend to
do
do
you-
clusters.
If you don't
Yeah,
have,
genre,
yeah.
if you don't have any direction from the couple, do you have like a go-to kind of playlist?
I
Not
don't-
necessarily a playlist.
No,
but
no,
like-
I have folders. So I have a house folder, a garage folder, an 80s folder, and then I would just
on the day, kind of
I would
what you're feeling, or you
yeah,
kind
I
of,
would have seen what the guests look like and how they are. Like,
and
if
then you
they're
just
all
kind of go off,
bougie
so
and
you can
they're
tell
all-
by what they look like what you think.
I'm a little bit of a judge, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which works. If they got their collars up, drum and bass.
Still biting their nose at like 8 o'clock. you know that they're well up for a little bit of chase and status at about 9:30. They'd be well up for it.
So right. So I know you know us three anyway, right? So if you're at a wedding and Harry walks in, he's a guest. You know that you just
Careful,
pretend
Dean.
you don't know him, right?
Careful, Dean.
There we go.
What song would you put on to get him on the dance floor?
I would put like a hip hop
we
track
go.
or an R&B or something cool.
It'd have
Go
to
on,
be
make-
like
make- just
an
make-
old school
Fat
Kanye.
Man Scoop, maybe something.
oh,
along-
so-
Don't
Kanye.
help him.
All right, mate.
He said he's really good at judging, didn't he?
Oh yeah, go on.
So you've got to.
I'd-
What do you? Name a
I'd
song.
put Gold Digger maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
Or
work.
Niggas in
There we are.
Paris.
Sorry,
Something like that.
can't say that.
That's the name of the track.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's what the name of the track is.
True. It's true.
I didn't make it up. I didn't write the music, unfortunately.
No, fair enough.
I just played it.
Fair enough. We'll cut that
You're
out.
right.
No, I just feel like
Feels like he's been violated. What about me? So I'm stood on the side of the dance floor. I'm looking bored. I've got my rum and coke. What do you put on to get me on the dance floor?
Jedward. It's
I
got to
would
be in it.
probably something
Don't help him.
old school 90s like Blur or Oasis track, something along those lines, a punchy
Yeah,
one.
no, just name us. Just come on.
I'd look at
Be
him. I'd be
specific.
like George Michael.
She's Electric maybe.
Okay, that'll do. That'll do. Yeah,
Just warm you up a little
that'll
bit.
do.
George
I
Michael.
mean, I don't know. I probably wouldn't be to dance to it, but I'll definitely
Boy George.
move a little bit. I used to be obsessed with Boy George. No,
Well, that's
sorry.
you know,
Comedian
on the wedding
song,
singer.
Whatever it is.
That's
Yeah.
like
Do you
on,
really want to? Yeah, no. When I was about 4 or 5, Boy George was obviously more popular then because this was like 1985, and I used to be obsessed with him. Like when he came
Who
on the
sings the Chameleon song? Is it Boy George?
Culture Club, yeah. So whenever he used to
That's
come
what
on,
I
Adam's
would
good
put
with
on
music.
it.
sorry, can I just finish this Boy George song?
Sorry.
No, so whenever he used to come on the TV, I used to be
wanna
obsessed when I was like 5, and my mum made me a scrapbook of Boy George photos. So yeah, that's made me into the man I am today. I haven't still got it.
Wow.
But
right, what about Amber?
anyway, yeah. What song would it get? on the
Amber's
dance floor?
tough because I would say that Amber is like an indie type girl, but she's happy with pop as well. So I don't know, maybe Wannabe as just drunk with her mates, but I would say
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
more of a
Nailed
pop,
it.
like pop.
A bit of
pop it.
Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There we are.
love a bit of Spice
Yeah.
There we are.
Girls.
Amber's quite. I'd say she's open to all sorts. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying you boys aren't, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
As long as it's not like Taylor Swift, then we're all good. Or ABBA, then.
There we go. See, she's
All
quite
right, there we are.
specific.
She's quite.
Amber's open to all sorts. There we go. You heard it here first.
Straight in. Boom.
Quite a variety.
Next.
Right, so I'm going to sprinkle in some listener questions throughout the episode, okay? So we've got one from Sophie from Manchester. She said, my fiance...
Every time, sorry.
I didn't say anything.
She said, my fiance wants a band, but I'm worried it'll feel a bit wedding-y. Am I overthinking it?
What do you mean wedding?
Is it a
Well-
wedding they're going to?
Well, no, but I think what she means is like almost a bit cliched. I think that's what she means. So I don't think she wants it to feel like a corporate Christmas party type thing.
Right.
So-
It's about the timings, isn't it?
I
'Cause if
also
the band's
think-
not going to finish at 10:30, then you're going to stick a Spotify playlist on. Then
But I
your
also
vibe's
think
gone,
the
so
word
it's-
band is too much of a broad kind of name. Like a band could be anything, couldn't it? It could be a two-man band, and they could be acoustic. They could be,
Yeah.
you know, like anything. Like there's so much range in that.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. But yeah, I think, but...
I'd ask him what his reason is.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
go,
like,
sorry,
oh,
go back
I
to
can't,
him.
I can't go back to him, can I?
Yeah,
oh,
go back to-
Sophie in Manchester, yeah, sorry,
yeah, but
just to
she
clarify.
could. Yeah, but she could Insta in, couldn't she? Or she could use one of our social media feeds to contact us
Okay.
again.
Yeah, I feel like...
No? Is that funny?
I feel like we
They
can
do
answer,
have Instagram in Manchester. It's like
yeah, I feel like we can answer this question without having to go back to her for clarification. No, I think, what she means is like, if you've got a band, it doesn't matter like what type of band, whether it's 2 man or 2 women or 10 men, whatever, right? I think she's obviously not a massive fan of wedding bands, okay? So she's thinking like, like in The Wedding Singer, go back to that, like he's kind of like a singer and he's got a band. Does that feel too wedding-y, a bit cliched, or should she get a DJ that's a bit cooler?
I would say, depending on what style of music she wants, then look at a band that would cover that.
And also,
see-
what she's
Yeah.
doing there is she's concentrating too much on how it looks and not how
Yeah.
it feels.
Yeah,
So I think focus more on, the atmosphere, the vibe,
yeah.
and don't worry about the underlying message that you think it sends.
Yeah, I think it just depends on the band, doesn't it? I know it's not very helpful, but yeah, make sure you listen to them first and they play the type of music you like.
Yeah.
And make sure they're not too cheesy. I think that's what she might mean by wedding-y, like a bit too like cheesy, if you know what
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean. Okay, so yeah, thanks for your question, Sophie. So talking about cost and practicality of bands and DJs. So a band, I think they cost more, don't they? I've never really looked into it, to be honest, but is that correct? Yeah.
because you're paying per head effectively, and then putting a grand total, aren't you? So
True. Yeah. So and also they have to have breaks, don't they? Because they're human.
they do.
And they
Yeah.
have to go to the toilet and have a drink.
In a green room.
So there's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, we'll be back in 15 minutes, right?
They
So,
have to be American.
well, I'm glad you picked up that was an American accent because sometimes it sounds like Indian. So, but yeah, so they need breaks. There's like a bit of a gap. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so that's so bands cost more. DJ, they got continuous music, and it's a smoother flow. Yeah. So, and well, they're cheaper than a band, and probably go on longer, don't they? I'm not talking in the bedroom.
Always.
So we're advocating for the DJ,
Yeah.
Team DJ.
team DJ.
Good.
Yeah, we're advocating for the DJ if you've got a lower budget. Right, another listener question. Liam from Bristol. He said, is it overkill to have both a band and a DJ, or is that just showing off?
I'm for it.
You reckon it's good?
I like it. For the first dance, to have someone sing it live, that's a massive bonus. And
Yeah.
then I would say to have a band sing for the first hour when it's that time when people don't really dance, to have it is...
One thing I would add, if you're having somebody sing your dance live and you have some kind of choreography going on, just know that it might not be to the beat perfect, and it can be a little bit difficult to do a rehearsed dance
Yeah.
to a live song Whereas if it's a recorded one, pre-recorded, whatever.
Yeah.
Most good bands though will sing the first dance on the track, record it, and send it to the couple.
Yeah, but then they've got to then perform that exactly
Yeah,
the way.
Yeah.
No sneezing.
Exactly.
Okay.
How many couples do you see do a full routine?
Not many.
I'd say 1 in 10.
Yeah.
1 in 10 maybe. Yeah. A lot of them, like I'd say 5 out of 10 will have a little something just to add in there, like a
Spin
drop
and
kiss or
kick,
a
yeah.
spin.
Kick.
Drop kick, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, little twerk.
Yeah, a little like dead leg or something.
Yeah, I think, in answer to your question, Liam, in an ideal world, budget, depending, band early evening, and then the DJ could take over for the chaos hours. I think that'd be perfect. I think
It's a dream wedding.
Yeah, I think most people
Yeah.
would probably agree. Even the DJ agrees.
I totally agree.
Look at that. And then you've got to start at bloody 5
Yeah,
o'clock. And
start DJing at 6:30.
it'd be
now
fresher
on
then,
the
wouldn't
dance
it?
floor.
It'd be
Yeah.
fresher. Okay, so let's talk about dance floor reality. So what actually keeps people dancing, in your opinion?
Having the couple on the dance floor is a massive,
100%.
Yeah.
like a massive one, I would say. If the couple just decide to disappear, then why are the guests going to stay? Unless they're smashed.
I literally tell couples that on the pre-wedding call. I always say your guest will be a reflection of you. If you leave, your guest will leave. If you stay, everyone else will. I mean, that's not,
Especially bridal party, like all
Yeah.
the girls, if you're opposite bride and groom, and then all the boys.
The thing is, if you've got the wedding party, bridesmaids and groomsmen, and the bride and groom, that's enough. Usually, that's enough people to then get other people. People don't like to be the only ones on the dance floor.
Yeah,
So if you've already got 10 people on a dance floor, then everyone else will just slowly kind of creep in anyway.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Just don't, as a bride and groom, don't be that first domino.
And also, it's just keeping the genre kind of like, not the genre, sorry, but the kind of like the tempo consistent. Because I think you can go from an indie song into an R&B, into a hip hop, into a rock song, whatever, right? But I think you've got to keep them all the same level. You can't go from like...
I just would never do it, even if it was the same beep, like the beats per minute, the BPM. I wouldn't bother. I would never go from an indie track to, unless I was going to completely change it.
No, I don't mean literally like in that exact order. But what I mean, what my point was, is that you can't, like, when they play like a real downer.
Yeah, like a love song followed
Yeah,
by
and then everyone's like, oh, fuck this. And then they all walk to the
But
bar. And
that's-
then they play like...
Some
Shut Up and
DJs
Dance.
will play though,
Yeah, but
Shut Up
that's-
and Dance into Drake, because it's a similar BPM.
But that's
I
why,
won't-
number
I
one,
won't
you
bother.
don't go for a Spotify playlist.
Yeah.
Because you don't necessarily know what you're doing. You might have a load of songs that you know and love, but it isn't just about the songs you pick, it's the order you play them in as well.
Yeah.
And when you
that's-
play them.
And when
yeah.
and at what point you play them, yeah. So that's why you need a DJ, and a very good DJ, like our
Dean.
very own.
Yeah, yeah.
What a legend you are, Harry.
Oh, mate. Love you, man.
So,
Respect.
another listener question, Chloe from Godalming.
We're working our way down the coast.
Sorry. She said, I've picked a really emotional aisle song, but it's quite long. Do I just walk slowly?
Do you remember the one we had? Where the timing had to be perfect, and they absolutely nailed it, and
Yeah.
you were so stressed.
Yeah. I'm watching the seconds
The
drop.
maid of honour, because the aisle was 200 meters.
Yeah.
It was like coming off the
Going
motorway,
on a
right?
lap.
It was like an exit of the motorway, and it was like, I kept feeling your stress from behind me.
I was stressed. I don't get stressed usually, but when they tell me that they're going to do that, and they had about a bridal party of the football team,
Yeah,
I'm worried.
Yeah.
they fucking nailed
They
it,
did.
though, didn't they?
She
proper-
stood right there as the song finished.
Yeah, it was
Twitchy bum.
Fair
It was
play.
the perfect. But
It
yeah,
worked.
carry on. So that actually does.
Well, so I think she just wants to know, like, does she just walk slowly? And I just think, well, no.
It
Because
depends how long your aisle is.
Yeah.
No, but we obviously don't know all that. But she's obviously concerned that it's a long song.
They can start it later, and there's loads
Yeah.
of ways, variations. Edit it. There's
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Edit the song. Time the entrance.
What I don't like
And
is
rehearse
when,
it.
is when all the bridesmaids come in, bleed. When all the bridesmaids come in, and then there's like a 45-second gap whilst the
Yeah.
bride's waiting for her grand entrance,
Yeah.
and then everyone's just kind of like, and you can see the groom is just like already like panicking and stuff.
Pressing.
So yeah, I think edit that song. Don't change it, but edit it. I think.
Don't overthink it either.
Yeah.
That's the other part. It's like 30 seconds of your life, which is very important, but don't overthink how you're going to get down there, and you're going to come down, it's going to work.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that.
I personally do. If you like the song, you like the song. It's like...
Yeah, but what you don't want is you don't want to be like skipping down the aisle because it's too quick, right? And you don't want also there to be not enough time for the amount of brides. Say you've got 10 bridesmaids.
I always prefer it when a bride has her own track.
Yeah, but like imagine if... are we talking about as if you're choosing the track? Or are you... When would the bride not have her own track?
No, as if like she comes down to her track and the bridesmaids have their
own.
own.
I see.
I love it when it's especially with outdoor weddings when the aisle is huge.
I don't get that very often though. But like if you've got say 10 bridesmaids and then your grand entrance bit is like 45 seconds into the song and you've got 10 and the next thing they're all clumped up like sort of like penguining down the aisle. Like that's not ideal, is it?
Yeah,
but like
probably not.
But yeah. Pick your battles.
Okay, so let's talk about. We've talked about our music, which is, arguably the biggest emotional hit of the day, followed by First Dance. But drinks reception, I feel like the music at the drink reception is often forgotten. Sometimes people have a wedding singer or a harpist, but in terms of like the background music when everyone's like stood around chatting and drinking, I think personally, well, at my wedding I took that bit very seriously. And some people feel like don't, and it's a bit of an afterthought. So,
but I can understand why, because unless someone tells you how important that bit is, as a first-time bride and groom, why would you actually have that thought to be like, everyone's going to be stood around chatting, they're going to be quite happy, kind of mingling, all that sort of stuff. It's not until you don't have it that you realise something was missing.
When I send my call out, like my final questionnaire to my couples that are booked all day, I'm like, start thinking about 10 pre-songs for when your guests are seated in the aisle, and like, we didn't think of that part. And again, the drinks reception is the same.
This is
part.
it. I completely agree with what you're saying. I just don't think it's something that people would think about. Like they need that prompt, like you saying that.
Well, they expect the venue's got speakers outside, and they would look after it. But actually, it's a venue that doesn't have speakers.
Yeah, I don't think you have to be a wedding expert to know that. If you love music...
Yeah, but not everyone does. Not everyone's into music like you are.
No, that's the thing. So the playlist for me was really, really important. Right? I put it together, but some people couldn't care less. Like if it was just silence, they wouldn't even care. So that's the thing. But I'm just saying, like, this is advice for people getting married. Think about your drink reception music. If you're not bothered, fine, that's up to you. But think about it. Put a playlist together, just so it's on in the background quietly, rather than just silence.
I would almost go as far as say, it's during the ceremony is probably the only part of the day you don't need any background music for. Yeah. The rest of the day needs to be covered with some kind of ambience.
Exactly.
So just bear that in mind.
But also, like, or instead of getting a playlist for the drink reception, you could get like because we had a live acoustic player, for part of it as well. Like, playing, just sat there singing, playing the acoustic guitar, which was great. But sometimes, I mean, this is no disrespect to people playing live music, but sometimes it can kind of be a little bit too...
Yeah, sort of know your place kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, you wouldn't want someone, like... That's why I think, like, guitarists and harpists and stuff are good background. It's, like, subtle.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, something that doesn't involve singing, maybe.
So you're not a fan when they have, like, the mic and then all the girls and everyone's, like, dancing at that
point.
I
love that, but not until maybe, like, a little bit later. Like, that
happens, though, now
you don't want
drinks receptions.
Yeah, but what I don't think you want is... This is what I find where you get all the heckling happening, right? So you have a proper lively drinks reception. Mm-hmm. Everyone's like knocking the drinks back because it's so lively. You then go into the breakfast absolutely off your tits, right? And then you've got you either go straight into speeches, and at that point everyone's still hyper and stuff, and they're like wanker, and like everyone's just heckling and stuff.
Yeah.
Or they then have to eat food, and they come on this massive come down. And then the speeches happen, and then you kind of struggle to bring them back afterwards. I think the drinks reception needs to be you know,
Civil.
slightly, civil, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can overdo it in the drinks reception.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think, or maybe have someone that in between after dinner, and then
Yeah.
waiting around to go to the
Yeah.
evening. I think that's quite a nice
100%.
time
Yeah,
to build people back up.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The thing is, you can knacker people out.
Yeah,
If people are like, you know, jumping on the seats and stuff before they've eaten food, then, you know, I feel like you can just kill them off too early.
yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. So another listener question. This is from Emily from Cockfosters.
Love this.
What's so funny about
Nothing.
that?
We've not had anyone from like somewhere
Out of
normal.
London.
Yeah.
So she said, we don't want a first dance. Is that weird?
Don't have it.
No, don't do it.
That's
No.
quite normal now.
Is it?
Don't want a cake cut. Don't want a first dance.
I don't think I've ever had anyone not have a first dance off the top of my head.
I actually
It's
don't think I
usually
have
when
either,
you
but
got
I don't think that's a problem.
Couples where, like, if it's a groom, they're a bit nervous and they don't really want the centre of attention. And I'm like, mate, you're getting married, you're walking like back down the aisle with your wife. There's probably 10 times worse than standing for 15 seconds to
Yeah.
stage a photo.
Yeah.
Okay, there's another question. How long do you think is the minimum a first dance should be of just solo couple dancing? Because I've
I
had it
speak to the
before.
photographer or the videographer and check first to say
Because I've
how
had it
long do you
before
need.
where I've had like 10 seconds.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
And then they're like, you know, I've barely done an orbit, right? So I orbit round the couple. And then I've got there and then suddenly the groom's just like, everyone on.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
I think
I've
a
barely
minute?
got anything.
A minute?
I
Yeah,
don't,
I'd
I
say
don't
a
necessarily
minute.
need, I don't think a whole, like
I'd say at least 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Sometimes the chorus doesn't even
30
kick
to
in.
40 seconds, I think, is enough. Minimum, we're talking. Not
Maybe
like,
after first chorus.
Yeah. I mean, 'cause some songs take a while to build up, don't they?
But I will
Yeah.
say to the videographer or photographer that the couple they've said that on 1 minute 10 they want everyone to join. So I'm just
Yeah.
warning you that by the time it starts, it's like 20 seconds in. By the time they get to the dance floor,
Yeah.
you're going to have a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Because I'm nice like that and don't leave them hanging.
So yeah, basically you don't have to have a first dance. It's not that weird. I mean, it's a little bit, but it's not majorly. But you obviously still need a moment to get the party started. So maybe encourage all the guests on the dance floor after you've cut the cake. That's assuming that you don't think cutting the cake's weird as well. But anyway, up to you. It's your wedding. So
wrap it up.
Tariq from London, should we let guests request songs, or is that asking for trouble? What do you think? Because you're the one that has to deal with it.
It's okay as long as your guests are not annoying guests. You know, like because some guests would be like, oh, okay, well the bride and groom said we can do requests, so every 2 minutes they come up and be like, could you play Elton John? Could you play George Michael? Could you play? And I'm like, there's still 100 people around, so it does work.
At what point do you say no? Like, as in,
Yeah.
After that person's been up like 4 times.
No, not even that. But like, what happens if they request a song and you know it's going to be a floor killer?
I wouldn't play it.
You won't. So
No.
you would
I'll
just say,
veto it out. Yeah.
You
Would
could
you
have,
say,
like-
would you
The
just say,
bride and groom have said we don't want
Would you just
80s,
say,
and
I
they keep
don't-
asking for 80s. I'll be
Would
like,
you just say I don't have that song?
no, I'll say I'll get it on when I do an 80 set. And I
Okay.
just never will do an 80
Yeah,
set.
yeah.
Could you not have something like you can request it like on paper, but don't keep coming up to the
Oh,
DJ?
fuck that. Because when you're DJing, the last thing you need is paper in front of you. To like, you're trying to mix and you're in a zone. You've already got everyone telling you to say stuff on the mic, buffet, photo booth, sparklers. It's like, I'll tell you what, hang on, I'll go through 400 bits of paper
Yeah.
because I've got some Temu cards that have song requests on.
You mentioned Timo a lot.
Well, that's where everything
Are
comes
you-
from,
are you,
isn't
Are
it?
you sponsored by Timo?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Team, you want to get in touch? djbeanjohn.co.uk/contact.
So you don't like getting song requests, basically.
I don't mind them, but I just feel that
Sounds like you
some
do.
people,
Sounds like you mind
some
them.
people, you don't go up to the band while they're singing and go, "Oh mate, can you sing this?" In the middle of their
Another disadvantage of having a band.
yeah,
You can't interrupt them while they're singing.
because they put earphones on.
Yeah. All right. So it sounds like I'm just getting the vibe that you don't really like requests.
Not in an ideal world, no.
No, there we are.
But I don't mind someone coming up going, "Oh, my little kid really loves this." No problem. Not it's because they're nice about it. Do you know what I mean?
So Tariq, if you book Dean for your DJ, don't make loads of requests. Okay, hates it.
There's no point having a DJ. If you're getting guests to come up every 5 minutes, what's the point?
I know.
If they've trusted you to book you as a DJ, your job's to entertain. It's like me coming up telling you, actually, you should use that tree for your photos.
That does happen though.
With Toastmasters, it does, doesn't it? That's what you're going to do your couple. That's when you're going to do your confetti shot, Adam. You will use that bit over there.
Yeah. So in terms of like how to actually fill a dance floor, so like correct me if I'm wrong, okay? This is just some research I've done. So in terms of what works, so mixed genres, to kind of cover all bases.
Yeah.
A bit of nostalgia thrown in, a bit of ABBA, etc.
Yeah.
Songs people know, not songs that you want them to appreciate.
Yeah.
So you don't want some obscure like fucking pop song from, the 60s. You want something that's kind of popular.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then what kills the dance floor? Being too cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you are too cool.
I don't know about that.
Generally. But in terms of music, and obviously only playing your taste, that would obviously be a big mistake, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you can't do that. That's the first thing you have to. If you want to be a club DJ, you're fine because you can pretty much go in and play. If you like house, you'll be a house DJ in a club and you'll just play house. But as a wedding DJ or event or whatever, so, you have to be open.
So a little segue. So if you could only play your favourite music as a DJ, what would that be, Dean? What's your favourite?
R&B.
So it'd just be
R&B, hip hop, and garage. Yeah.
Well, like 80s, 90s, like 90s
R&B, old school R&B, hip hop, garage.
Like No Diggity, just a random one.
Exactly that.
Okay.
Alpha Dodger.
Yeah, Alpha Dodger.
Yeah. Okay.
Bit of So Solid Crew.
I'd be up for going to one of your little private parties. So, any more insights from you, Dean? Any more insights? Any juicy stories?
Like a couple of weeks ago, my poor bride face planted on the floor.
Oh God.
Yeah. She was drunk.
Oh,
yeah.
She was drunk. Sign of a good night. I take that as a good night.
Yeah.
If the bride's spinning around on the floor, you know you've done all right.
Are there any songs people pretend to hate, but when you play them, they're like, "This is amazing." It fills the dance floor. Like guilty pleasures.
Love Story, Taylor Swift. People will be like, people would be, and then suddenly you play it, and then
Amber's, look,
it's the same. Like Murder on the Dance Floor, all of those type songs.
Murder on the Dance Floor.
Oh,
Unwritten, that's a guilty pleasure for people.
I don't even think that's a guilty. I think people.
Teenage Dirtbag is a guilty pleasure.
It's not guilty. I'm not guilty about that.
Yeah.
Some people are but some people are against it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, anything else to add?
I need to do the school run in a minute.
Brilliant. Okay. So anyway, we talked about music, obviously DJs and bands. Your wedding is not your personal Spotify Wrapped. Okay. So you'll host a party, act accordingly. Listen to Dean. He's full of very good advice. Okay. I hope you took something from that today. Well, anyway, so that was the last episode of season 1.
We got there.
12 episodes down, so if you haven't listened to the other 11, you better go and listen to them. But anyway, we've really enjoyed season 1.
Thank you to David Mellor Jewellers for sponsoring the season.
Mm-hmm.
And to all of our sponsors who have been there throughout our different episodes. We couldn't do this without you.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it, and see you soon for season 2. I'll be back. Bye for now. Bye.